When you hear the word bronze watch, what type of watch do you think of first? Diver, right? I think 95% of the watch nerds out there would say the exact same thing. I know I did, and I consider myself one of those watch nerds. Well, that's not the case today, because today we're having a look at a bronze dress watch. Yes, you heard me right, a dress watch that has a case that is made out of bronze. And I do believe, like the title of the video says, that it is the best looking dress watch that I've seen so far in 2025. And not just because of the design, but also because it's beautiful on paper. This is the Venezianico Redentore Bronzo. And as it says in the name, this is from Venezianico's Redentore lineup, and it is the last Redentore model under the $1,000 mark, being priced at just $795 or 750 euros, is almost $800 for this. Too much. Stick around to find out. Now, what did I mean by best looking watch design-wise and also on paper? Let me explain. Visually, the case design overall is what I would call traditional. You have a two-piece case with 40 millimeters in diameter with lovely sweeping semi-crown guards. In terms of finishing, the bezel and the top of the lugs have this fine polish which really pops in this color. But that's not the party piece, of course. The real hook here is the material. Like I was saying earlier, the case is made out of bronze, but not the traditional type of bronze that you would find in other watches or your typical diver in this case. No, this is a QA19-4 bronze, which is basically a copper and aluminium alloy that is slightly different than the one used in divers, which is copper and tin, according to the internet. That's great, George, lovely explanation, but why does all of that matter? No, I'm glad you asked. Well, first of all, this doesn't tarnish as quick, which means that you won't get the green tint as you normally do on divers, or what us watch nerds call patina. Second, this has a different color, kind of like gold, which, let's face it, is better than gold plating on a watch. So the color is better than gold plating, which fades off. Now, on a personal level, this makes me feel like my watch is made out of a special material, and there are not that many watches out there like it, unless you also have another Redentore Bronzo. Also, from any angle you look at this thing, depending on the way the light hits it or in any light conditions, this will shine different because of the finishing. In terms of wearability, the profile is super slim at only 10 millimeters thick, with the slightly raised sapphire crystal, which also offers a bit of distortion where it meets the case. I mean, this wears superb. Honestly, it was worth putting on a shirt to take these shots, so you better appreciate them. This doesn't go well just with a shirt. You can wear it with whatever you want, but for me, I think this watch is better suited for that kind of environment, that kind of classy / dressy tux cuffed shirt environment. I was mentioning that the profile is super slim. Now, the reason the profile is slim is because this is achieved with the choice of movement. We have the Mayoro 9039, which is in my book perfect for this. It's a thin movement, and it also doesn't have a ghost position. The reason why I'm saying this is because other Venezianicos in the past came with a ghost position, so I'm glad that Venezianico moved away from this and it has a premium movement in a premium looking, premium designed watch. So Venezianico moved away from the NH35 and finally put in a movement worthy of a price and the class of the watch. The magical number that you're going for here is plus 10 seconds per day, which again is more than acceptable. You won't be timing eggs or measuring how long you can stay without blinking with this anyway, because this doesn't have, first of all, it doesn't have markers, and also it doesn't really matter because no one really does that. While we're on the subject of markers, let's talk about the dial. Just look at it. There are a few things to unpack here. Now, the dial stands out thanks to a carefully handcrafted process that gives it real depth and character. Now, this starts with a soft brass alloy which is polished for a bright, clean finish. Then it's satin brushed to tone down the shine and bronze to create that warm vintage inspired look. From here, artisans or in-house workers, I would say, in Venezianico apply delicate abrasions by hand to reveal bits of the metal underneath, so subtly mimicking the way time naturally wears down to a surface. The end result is a dial which feels rich, aged, and totally unique. So each dial has its own story and has its own texture, so each dial is unique. Even though you can't tell it, there's a lot of work that's gone behind it, and no other dial out there will be like another Redentore Bronzo. Apart from all of this that I just described, you don't have much else on the dial. So we have Dauphine style hands, and we have the Venezianico logo at the 12. Like I was saying, no markers, no loom or any of that faff, and actually it doesn't really need it. Before attacking the legibility here, we have to remember that this dial and the entire watch for that matter is made for elegance and for presence. Now, if you manage to tell time, well, that's a bonus. Good on you, because you know where the little hands point on the dial and you're able to figure it out. So you can remember. Kudos to you. So I wouldn't take the legibility as a negative, because again, this watch stands for something else. Lastly, this sits on the wrist on a lovely soft Italian leather strap. This is made in Italy and it has it stamped on the inside, and whether this is true or not, I don't really care, because it really works and the strap looks really nice on it. It's soft out of the box, and even after a few wears, this develops a nice patina that makes it look even better, and again, unique. This is paired with a buckle that is made out of the same bronze like the case, and is finished in the same quality and the same standard. So what are my thoughts on the Redentore, guys? So to round it up, I mean, this looks stunning, and it is another smash hit from Venezianico, which, let's face it, I don't think any of us expect otherwise. The bronze case definitely sets it apart from the competition, and by competition I mean other brands that do a dress watch in general, because as far as I'm aware, there are no other dress watches or other brands that do dress watches in bronze cases under $1,000 or under £1,000 or whatever you like to call it. Is the price too high? Well, yes and no. I think that Venezianico is perceived like an affordable luxury brand, and the finishing and the consistent quality delivered also indicates that. In this case, the material used and the movement and the dial, the amount of work that has gone into it, also justifies that price point. So with that out of the way, guys, I want to hear what you think about the Venezianico Redentore Bronzo, about Venezianico in general. Click a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't so, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!